All right. Okay, we're live. We're up. I'm going to set this timer off. We're gonna do one paper first, then we're gonna do art club, then we're gonna do some more later. So, got a whole day ahead of us. I don't know what my hair is doing today. I tried to curl it, but I don't know if I like it. I don't know. My food's getting cold. Oops, 10:45 is good. All right, well, we're off. Hey, Team and Queen, how's it going? Oh, yes, I just got fresh cold water. Exactly what I needed. How's your day going? You're doing bad. No. Anything I can do to make your day better? Feel emotionally drained and lonely. Yeah, it can be hard when you're in that kind of state. I mean, remember that everyone is worthy and everyone is of value. Yeah, make sure you're seeing a therapist if you need to, and anyone who's close to you who can, make you feel good. And do the stuff that makes you feel good about yourself, right? Like if there's a skill you're good at, or something you just really enjoy to do, or if you just like walking around in nature, make sure you get outside and get some fresh air. That can help. Go for a walk every day. Oh, find another therapist. That's the trick, is that you don't stay with one if they're terrible. Sometimes you have to go through like a whole bunch of them. Just keep quitting them and finding the next one. Well, like find the next one and then quit them. Don't like quit and then be without one forever, because you'll just never find another one. No, that's a trap people fall into. It's like, well, I stopped seeing my old one because they were terrible. It's like, and that's it. It's like, no, find the next one. But yeah, there'll be someone out there who can talk to you. There'll be someone out there who can connect with you. Sometimes it can take a long time to find, unfortunately. But look into like on YouTube and stuff, there's lots of people who will guide you through kind of journaling exercises, or just kind of talking about therapy, and you can learn a lot about yourself that kind of way. Where you live is, go online. If it's not available where you live, go online. Depending on where you live, there might be some like reimbursement type programs or free programs or that kind of stuff, but there's usually like some, you know, like talk help phones or stuff like that. There's also definitely quite a few internet services that you can pay for, but I mean, that can be out of reach for some people. Yeah, I mean, try volunteering for something too, right? Like volunteer at the animal shelter or the homeless shelter, you know, like just to kind of give yourself kind of people to talk to, like things to do, people to connect with, right? Or find like a club that's of town and of interest in your town. Like, is there like an anime club or an art club or a sports club or music or something, like a fan club for something? Those can really help to kind of reach out and connect. And this can be online too. Like find a Discord where you can chat with people all the time, or yeah, like go online. If you're not having luck where you are physically, go online, right? But again, like you do need like physical contact will help too. Like go for a walk, join a hiking club or something, where people, you know, where you're out in nature, getting fresh air, moving your body. Those kind of things can be really good. Discord is hell. Okay, you gotta find the right Discords. There's like you're on the wrong Discords because there's so many. You can find a Discord for any community you want. Discord can be really boring if you're in the wrong community, and it can be really good if you're in the right one. Find something you want to learn about, something you want to learn to do, or you just are interested in. Join a Discord for that, and then ask questions. You know, like, don't spam them, but ask a new question every couple of days and start a discussion. If someone posts something, comment on it and ask another question. Same with Instagram, right? YouTube, TikTok. Start conversations. The trick is just to ask questions. Because if you just respond with a statement, the conversation's over. But if you respond with a statement and then ask a question, now they have something to respond to. And if they don't respond, move on to the next thread. Good walk. Hi, Sugar. Did you have a good walk outside? Oh, yes, you did.
Pretty good.
Oh, good dog. Mm-hmm. Oh, she can smell that I have food. She's sniffing.
Of course you can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Should. Yes, I will take you, Lisha, and give you some water. Water. Great. Water for that. Okay.
But yeah, I know when you're kind of, and you feel like you don't have anyone, it can feel like there's no one out there. But there are so many people, probably like even close to you physically, that you could connect with. But also definitely on the internet. 100% on the internet. There's 6 billion people out there. Most of them are on the internet. There's people who you can connect with. We have these like yam fries kind of caramelized in the oven. It's really nice. Always reheat your fries in the oven, never in the microwave. And they'll turn out much better. Well, and also, if you're in person with someone, don't lead with that, because you're trying to like connect in real life, right? So if you start off by saying like, yeah, I spend all my time on the internet and that's where, you know, all my friends are, then they're immediately thinking like, oh, okay, I guess they don't want any more real life friends, right? But you could be like, oh, I'm learning to do X and I hang out in these communities and I spend time doing this and this is my cool interest and that kind of stuff. Why is this not working? There we go. You had fake friends in real life. Again, I mean, if there's like a nearby town or something, or even a faraway town, like even if it's an hour drive, I mean, if you have your license or you can get on a bus, right? Might be worth joining a club in a nearby town. Sometimes you just need a bit of a perspective shift. Also, search YouTube for videos about how to make friends and how to talk to people and how to like meet new people and how to connect with people and all that kind of stuff, because there's tons of videos out there that give you like really practical tips on like how to start a conversation and, you know, how to keep in touch with someone and all that sort of stuff, and like how to, you know, what to say to not offend people and what to do, and kind of how to meet people who like the same things you like. And just search YouTube for all of that. It's so useful. I'm always using YouTube videos to be like, oh, well, I want to get better at like networking, or I want to get better at, you know, making friends in this new town, or I want to get better at whatever, right? Like lots of good advice. Or making friends at work, like, oh, I don't want to be like stiff and disliked at work, so like how can I get better at that? YouTube. but not all of them. See, if that's what you're seeing, you gotta like change your perspective. Because I guarantee you there's people out there who are feeling the same way you feel. It's like, oh, I don't like these people. But they're out there. They're just not as visible as the people who are loud and drunk, right? Because they're probably like you. They're probably like standing off to the side and not really talking and or whatever. I mean, I don't know how you act, but right? Those people are usually the ones who are kind of harder to find because they are not as noticeable as the really brash, kind of outgoing ones. But most people who drink like are actually like if you don't drink, most people who drink are fine with people who don't drink as long as you don't make a big deal of it. Like if you're gonna like look down on them for drinking, then they're not gonna want to hang around you. But most people who are drinking don't care if anyone else is drinking, right? Like it doesn't matter to them. But if you're only trying to hang around with people who are drunk all the time, then it's probably the wrong crew. Mm. Yeah, so I mean, things like everyone wants to do what they want, never wants to do what you want. Generally, when you're new in a group, you want to go along with what they want because you're integrating yourself into a new group, right? And then after, it's like, oh, we want to go to this bar or we want to do X, Y, and Z. It's like you do that, 2 or 3 times. And then the next time, like after they know you, then you can be like, oh, hey, I actually thought it'd be really cool if we tried this. Does anyone want to do that? And you might not get any bites, but you might get someone who's like, oh yeah, I'd like to do that. But like, if they've never done it before, they're not going to want to do it the first time, right? You got to kind of get to know them a bit first. But if you're talking about people who you've known forever, because you just were in school with them, and like you probably just got too much history there. You just need to break free and find new people. Sometimes people, when you've gone through school with them for a long time, people get stuck in bad habits and bad ways of treating other people, and they just can't look at you with fresh eyes. So in that case, you just need to meet new people. Even if you're in a small town. I grew up in a small town. It's possible. Get to the next town. If you're like old enough to drink, you're old enough to drive. Get your license, drive. Or take the bus. Just take the bus to the next town over for a day trip. Go do something. Find an event to do. And then talk to people. The talking to people is the hard part.
Oh, I see.
Or meet up with people online who already are interested in the same thing and want to do the same thing. You're just like, oh, I want to go see this band, or I want to go to this event. Meet up with people online who are already interested in that. And then they'll want to do the same things. And again, it's like dating. Like you have to go through a lot of people to find the right ones. Like when I'm trying to make new friends in a new town, I end up meeting like, I don't know, probably hundreds of people before I find a couple people gradually who like people you'll see once, or you'll see a whole bunch at a party, and then you get a bunch of phone numbers or like Instagrams or whatever, right? And then you message them a couple times and try to hang out. And most of them won't work out. But a couple of them will. You just have to keep trying. And then some of the ones where you really, really hope it's going to work out, you're like, oh, that person's so cool and they like everything I like and we're going to have so much fun and I can just imagine all the cool stuff we're going to do. They're the ones who never text you back. Whereas like you have to like try with everyone because you really don't know on first impressions what someone's going to be like in the long run. And it might be that person who you didn't really care about and you're like, oh, I don't really know if I like them. And then like 6 months later, like you're really tight because, you know, you gave them a chance. And don't cancel on people. If you're trying to meet new people, do not do the thing where you sign up, where you agree to do something, and then the day of you go, actually, I'm feeling kind of sick. Can we reschedule? Don't do that. Just go anyways. But you'll have to deal with that from the other end too. So just be prepared that people will cancel on you. Just don't be the one to cancel on the first couple of times. Because if you miss the first couple of ones, like the first one or the second one, like statistically, you're never going to see them again. So don't do it. Those are the most important times. Because everyone wants to do it. Everyone is thinking, oh, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Why did I agree to do this? This is a bad day. I had a hard day at work and I'm stressed and I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night. And it's like, fuck it, just go. Just go. Because I know. Yeah, no, I know so many people who made really good friends online who they've actually ended up meeting in person and becoming like real good friends with. Usually they don't live close, but so don't see each other very often. But yeah, like you can make real friendships online too. I'm such a terrible person with messaging, so like that's not for me. I have to meet someone in person or I'm done. Like, or I forget about them. But like if they text me and I forget to text back, it's like, oh fuck, I forgot for 6 months. But if I see them like all the time, like in a Discord or on Instagram or something like that, it's like that's different because then it's like you have that repeated interaction. And as again, like because you're probably interested in the same thing, right? Like you're in the same Discord for a reason, so you have something to talk about. Everyone just be leaving you for no reason. Okay, I'm telling you, go on YouTube. Like seriously, why does everyone leave me? Like go to the parts of YouTube where it's like psychology self-help, where it's like, how can I engage with people to connect with them on a better level? How can I connect with people on a deeper level? How can I get past small talk? How can I start small talk? Right? Because if you feel like you're not connecting with anyone, there's ways to get better at doing that. There's like deliberate methods and things you can try and use and like things you can talk about. And they'll give you like, some of them will give you lists of like, oh, when you first meet someone, ask them about this, that, and the other thing. Ask them about their job, ask them about their family, ask them about their vacations, right? Like, and then talk about your family, your job, your vacations, right? You know, talk about your newest project or your newest hobby, like, and ask about theirs. And what you're trying to do is just find that connection where you both are interested in something, right? And eventually you'll get there. And then people will want to stick around and keep talking to you. As long as you keep asking them questions, make sure you're not only talking about yourself, right? Or make sure you're not only talking about them. It's give and take, because sometimes shy people, I don't know if you're shy, but I feel like you might be. Sometimes shy people get into that habit where they just don't talk at all they do is ask questions about the other person, and it starts to feel like an interview or like an inquiry. And it's like, no, you have to like give and take. You have to talk a little bit about yourself too. Or if you only want to talk about like the latest book you just read, and it's like, okay, well, they haven't read that book, so like tone that down. Once you realize, oh yeah, they're like, oh, that's cool, I'll look into it, then you have to talk about the next thing. Yeah, you're shy. Yeah, so make sure you do like, and you can prepare in advance. If you know you're going to be hanging around people either that you know or that you've met before or that you've never met, you can like prepare in advance and like have a list of things you're going to talk about and just practice before you go out, right? And be, you know, it's like, oh, okay, well, do I have some stories I can tell? Like, what's something funny that happened to me this week, or something weird that happened, or whatever, right? Or like, what's the funniest thing that's ever happened to me? That kind of stuff. Like, have a little bit of some ammunition in advance, so that when you talk to someone, you don't just sit there and go, I have nothing to say, I don't know. But you have to practice to get good at that. That takes a lot of work, but you have to start somewhere. And you can write stuff down on your phone too, so like you can cheat. You can like save a notepad document of like bullet points of things to talk about or things to say or things to bring up or questions to ask people, and then like don't stare at your phone the whole time. But when you go to the bathroom, you can check your phone and be like, oh yeah, okay, I'll do this, that, and the other thing. That's the other thing. Don't fucking go on your phone the whole time. If you're finding that people aren't connecting with you, be careful that you're not on your phone too much. Even if they're on their phone, resist the urge to pick up your phone, because eventually they'll get uncomfortable with the fact that you're not on your phone, and they'll put their phone down. Like, just keep asking them questions. Like, give them a minute. Like, if they're doing something important, they're like, oh, I have to check this message from my mother, right? Like, give them a minute. But then if they're just like fucking around on Instagram or TikTok, like, just keep talking to them about stuff. Be like, oh, did you see X, Y, and Z movie? I want to see this new one that's coming out. Then give it 5 seconds. If they don't, you know, if they're really not responding to you, then like you're probably done, right? But for most people, will keep responding as long as you keep talking to them, and then they'll put their phone down. So you have to not bring out your phone. Or you can bring out your phone briefly to show something, but then you have to put it away. People get trapped in their phones. And then as soon as you're on your phone, they'll pull their phone out, and now you're done. This is like Natasha Tuskovich direct course for fucking how to fake talking to people. How to fake a social connection. Fake it until you make it, baby. I've been in those situations where it feels like no one likes you, and it feels like you don't fit in, and it feels like you're never gonna find someone to talk to. But they're out there. Just gotta improve your skills. Oh, did you just switch from Oxford commas to not Oxford commas? God damn you. And everyone's always like, just be yourself, which is great advice if you're a naturally social extrovert. If you're not, like, don't try to be someone else. But sometimes be yourself needs to be like, be yourself and also like work hard to actually talk to people. Work hard to preemptively have something to say. Work hard to reach out to people. Like, it's not just sit back and look at your phone and expect other people to, you know. Eventually, you'll find people who you can just hang out with on the couch, and you both be on your phones together, and it'll be great. But you can't start there. I can't believe how good these fucking yam fries turned out after going in the oven. Like, so much better than they were yesterday. Alright, that's good timing. I'm actually pretty much done this paper, so that's wonderful. And I think we're gonna move into art club. Yay! Art! It should have been yesterday, but it'll be today. Yay! But it'll be another minute or two for me to get that going, so I'll put the break timer on for now. And then if you're hanging around, when I switch to art, I'll probably close the stream and restart it. So if you find that the stream freezes on you, just refresh the page and the art stream will come up. And I'll post a message when I do that. It'll be quite clear. Food's so salty though. I'm like, water, I need more water. Okay. Hey! No, no, no. In the bathroom. Remind me to let her out of there.
I don't know.
Try and train this dog. My laundry. Yeah, I hit repeat instead of thingamajig. I can hear that the laundry's done too, so good. It's too many things all at once here. I'm gonna get into trouble. paper apple. Okay, we're gonna switch over into Art Club, but I'll do like the setup first and then switch the stream, so don't go anywhere. I have too many cables, my goodness. Okay. Sorry. Oh my god. Okay, so speaking of friends and stuff, I was just talking to my friend, like we were gonna go out for drinks tomorrow. It's like, any ideas for where to go? And it's like, oh crap, I have no idea. That's another really good point. Try to have ideas to go out. I'm like, where's the camera? It's up there. Try to have ideas for what to do. If you don't know anything, Google them. Alright, camera. Oops, come back. I need you. Let's see the hollow part of my phone. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I had an idea for what I was painting tonight. Now I can't remember what it was. Anyways. It might have been fashion design. I'm not sure though. Sugar, no one is as concerned with this as you are, Doc. Good. I need the okay, but this is a terrible setup because the camera is just directly into this camera, which is not really functional. Oh, I know what I could do. Okay, wait, maybe I should move that one part first.